Hello, good morning students. How are you? I think you are quite well. Today I will discuss a new topic, law conservation of angular momentum. Our new topic is conservation of angular momentum. Conservation of angular momentum. Conservation of angular momentum. What is conservation of angular momentum? If no external force act on the system, then angular momentum of the system remains constant. If no external force acts on the system, then angular momentum of the system remains constant. We know L is equal to I omega. L is equal to I omega. Differentiate both sides with respect to t. Differentiate both sides with respect to t. Then we get dl upon dt is equal to d upon dt I omega. Now what dl upon dt is equal to torque. dl upon dt is equal to net torque, but dl upon dt is equal to torque net. But if net external torque acting on the system, acting on the body, if net external torque acting on the body is 0, then if net torque acting on the body is 0, then d upon dt I omega is equal to 0, or I omega is equal to constant. I omega is constant, that is I omega L is equal to constant. If this is I omega is the constant. This is the law of conservation of angular momentum. If moment of inertia of the body changes from I1 to I2, if moment of inertia of the body changes from I1 to I2 due to change in the distribution of the mass of the body, if moment of inertia of the body changes from I1 to I2 due to change in the distribution of the mass of the body, then angular velocity of the body changes from omega 1 to omega 2. Then angular velocity of the body changes from omega 1 to omega 2, that is I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. Now we know omega is equal to I1 into 2 pi upon T1. Omega is equal to 2 pi upon T is equal to I2 into 2 pi upon T2. Cancel 2 pi. I1 upon T1 is equal to I2 upon T2. From this derivation we conclude I is inversely proportional to T. This is the law of the conservation of angular momentum. I is inversely proportional to 1 upon T. Now we will discuss application of conservation of angular momentum. Application of the conservation of angular momentum. Application of conservation of angular momentum. Application of the conservation of angular momentum. The angular momentum of a man, for example, we suppose a question, the angular momentum, the angular speed of a man sitting on a rotating table, the angular speed of a man sitting on a rotating table with his arms stretched, outward. If he withdraw his arms towards his chest. Why? The angular momentum of a man sitting on a rotating table with his arms stretched outward, if he withdraw his arms towards his chest, increases. Why? Suppose a man is sitting on a rotating table with his arms stretched outward. When he withdraws his arms, his arms towards his chest, in this case angular speed increases, because I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2. When he withdraws his arms towards his chest, the moment of inertia of the man decreases. Moment of inertia will decreases and angular speed increases, because I omega is equal to constant. Now we will discuss next question. The angular speed of a planet increases. Angular speed of a planet increases when the angular speed of a planet increases when its position in the orbit is near to the sun. Explain why. The angular speed of a planet, according to Kepler's third law of motion, you have already studied the square of all the planet revolves around the sun and sun is situated at one of its focus. Second law, the line joining from the planet to the sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. And third, the square of the time period is directly proportional to the cube of the semi-major axis. In this question, the angular speed of a planet increases when its position in the orbit is near to the sun. Explain why. When a planet revolving around the sun, in an elliptical orbit comes near the sun, its moment of inertia decreases. And according to law of conservation of angular momentum, its angular velocity increases. Moment of inertia decreases and angular velocity increases. but I omega is equal to constant. I omega is the constant. Therefore, it will remain same. Now we will discuss next question. When a diver jumps from a springboard, when a diver jumps from a springboard, he curls his body. He curls his body by rolling his arms and legs in. Explain why. When a diver jumps from the springboard, he curls his body by rolling his arms and legs in. Why? When a diver jumps from a springboard, he curls his body by rolling arms and legs. By doing so, he decreases his moment of inertia. He decreases his moment of inertia, and hence angular speed increased. Moment of inertia decreases and angular speed increases. So, to conserve the angular momentum. Now, the next question is, during tornado, air rush towards center. During tornado, angular speed of air is very high or very large. Explain why. During tornado, angular speed of air is very large. Explain why. In a tornado, air rushes towards the center. In tornado, air rushes towards the center. The moment of inertia of air decreases. To conserve angular momentum, angular speed of the air increases. Here two factors is very important. First one is moment of inertia and second one is angular speed. Thus we can say during tornado, air rushes towards center, the moment of inertia of air decreases. To conserve angular momentum, angular speed of the air increases. Now next question. A ballet dancer increases her angular speed by stretching her legs and arms. A ballet dancer increases her angular speed by stretching her legs and arms out, but decreases her angular speed by withdrawing his arms and legs towards his body. Explain why. As she stretches his legs and arms, and her moment of inertia increases and angular speed decreases. So I omega is equal to constant. On the other hand, she withdraw her legs and arms towards her body, moment of inertia decrease, angular speed increases. So I omega is equal to constant. Now we will solve some numerical problem. Our first numerical is calculate the moment of inertia of a ring. Calculate the moment of inertia of a ring of mass 2 gram. Mass 2 gram and radius 2 centimeter. Radius 2 centimeter. About an axis passing through its center. First one is about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to the plane of the ring. Moment of inertia about an axis passing through its center perpendicular to the plane, we know I is equal to mr square. And second one, you have to find its diameter. Moment of inertia of a ring, about its diameter we know I is equal to half mr square. And third one, the tangent to the ring which is parallel to the diameter of the ring. Tangent to the ring which is parallel to the diameter of the ring, its moment of inertia is 3/2 mr square. Now first one, moment of inertia is equal to m r square, that is m 2 into 2 square, that is 2 into 4, 8 kilogram meter square. This is the moment of inertia, an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane of the ring. And second one, about its diameter, moment of inertia about its diameter I is equal to half m r square, that is half m 2 into 4, that is 4 kilogram meter square. Moment of inertia about its diameter. Third one, tangent to the ring which is parallel to the diameter of the ring, then its moment of inertia is I is equal to 3/2 mr square, that is 3/2 m 2 4, cancel 2, this become 12 kg meter square. Now we will solve next question. Our next question is, calculate the moment of inertia of a system of masses about AB axis passing through the midpoint of the base of the triangle as shown in the figure. This is the figure A B. This is side A, this is side A. Here mass M3, here mass M2, here mass M1. Then this become A by 2. A by 2. Now moment of inertia of mass M3 about axis AB. Moment of inertia of mass M3 about axis AB, that is m3 into a by 2 का square, that is m3 a square upon 4. This is the moment of inertia. Now moment of inertia of mass m2 about axis AB. Moment of inertia of mass m2 about axis AB. This is equal to m2 a by 2 whole square. This is equal to m2 a square by 4. m2 a square by 4. Now moment of inertia of mass m1 about axis AB. Moment of inertia of mass m1 about axis AB, that is m1 into 0, which is equal to 0. Now moment of inertia of the system of masses about the axis AB. Moment of inertia of system of masses, moment of inertia of system of masses, moment of inertia of system of masses about axis AB. This is m3a square upon 4 plus m2a square upon 4. m3a square upon 4 plus m2a square upon 4, LCM m3a square plus m2a square. This can be written as m3 plus m2a square upon 4. m3 plus m2a square upon 4. Now we will discuss next question. Our next question is a car of mass 900 kilogram. A car of mass 900 kilogram is traveling around a circular path of radius 300 meter. Radius 300 meter with a steady speed of 72 kilometer per hour. Calculate angular momentum. You have to calculate angular momentum. Now speed 72 kilometer per hour. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we will multiply by 5 by 18. Then V is equal to 72 into 5 by 18, that is 20 meter per second. Angular momentum L is equal to mv r. L m 900, v 20 into r 300, that is 5450. Or we can write 5.4 into 10 power 6. 5.4 into 10 power 6 kilogram meter square per second. Now we will discuss next question. This is very simple question. you have find angular momentum L is equal to mv/r. Now our next question, the sun rotates around itself in 27 days. Sun rotates around itself in 27 days. What will be period of revolution? What will be the period of revolution if sun were to expand twice its present size? If sun were to expand twice its present size, consider the sun to be a sphere of uniform density and moment of inertia of the sphere is 2/5 mr square. Moment of inertia of sphere is equal to 2/5 mr square. Now, according to the law of conservation of angular momentum, according to law of conservation of angular momentum, I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2, that is I1 omega 1 2 pi upon T1, I2 2 pi upon T2, I1 upon T1 is equal to I2 upon T2. Take reciprocal. Now take reciprocal. T2 upon I2 is equal to T1 upon I1. From here T2 is equal to I2 upon I1 into T1. T2 is equal to I2 upon I1 into T1. Now it is given that I1 is equal to 2/5. I1 is equal to 2/5 m r1 square. I1 is equal to 2/5 mr square. As sphere, sun is a sphere. I2 2/5 mr2 square. I2 is equal to 2/5 m r2 square. Given r2 is equal to 2 r1. R2 is equal to 2 r1. Then I2 is equal to 2/5 m 2 r1 square. That is I2 is equal to 8/5 m r1 square. Now put this value in equation first. Put this value in equation first. Then T2 equal to I2 8 upon 5 m r1 square upon I1 2 upon 5 m r1 square into t1, then t2 is equal to eight upon 5 into 5 upon 2 t1, t2 is equal to 4 t1, given t1 is equal to 27 days. Therefore, T2 is equal to 4 into 27, that is 108 days. Thank you.